closer I get, the more nervous I'm getting, the more I just wish I put it on a f***ing trailer. This is so dodgy. What am I doing? What am I doing? Whoa! Slow down, Tiger. I'm going to explain why we bought this and what engine this is. It's a wristband of Copart. Sometimes you win some. I think today, I think I overpaid for this car. So anyway, I got it. Hello everybody. Hello everybody. So in the last video, if you stuck around to the end of the video like I told you to, then you know what we're doing today. If you didn't, then why the f you not stick around to the end of the video when I tell you to? In the last video, you saw that we stripped down the engine to the 190, and at the end of the video I was like, why the hell are we doing this? Why don't we just do something crazy? Why don't we just put a crazy engine in there? I've never done an engine swap on anything. Let's do an engine swap. I got a good deal with the car. Let's just do an engine swap. So obviously everyone's been saying in the comments, oh, you're gonna put a C63 lump in a V8. I don't have 10 grand to drop on an engine. So no, it's not going to be a V8 out of the C63. It's not gonna be a 6.2 litre V8. You can't even get any V8s in that engine bay. Trust me, I looked. First of all, we chose an engine, and I'll give a little bit away. This engine is supercharged. It is supercharged, but I'm not just gonna go and buy an engine and then have to buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that, buy that. We're going to just buy a whole car with this engine in. So anything that we need, we will have it. So I've actually found a donor car. There's two crazy bits in this video. Off Copart. We've got this off Copart. By the way, Copart, why are your fees even more expensive now? No joke, 50% of the cost of this car was fees. It's an absolute joke, but anyway, we've got it. And we're going picking it up. Now, every time I picked up a car from Copart, I've always just sent a trailer because, you know, Copart, the people at Copart don't really put any information about what the hell is up with it or anything. So you're literally taking a risk buying the car as it is. Now, we're taking an extra risk today because this is the local Copart, which is a 30-minute drive. And on the ad, it says runs and drives, and it's got MOT. So legally, I can go and pick this car up and drive it home. Legally, morally, two different things. I brought the whole toolbox in the back with jumpers, tyre inflators, everything, and we're gonna go and just pick it up and see if we can actually drive this thing home. It's a Cat N, and it's in there because of front bumper and rear bumper damage, but it also looks like the roof isn't coming up and down. Either way, it's a risk picking this damn thing up, but we're gonna go and pick it up and see if we can drive it home. I hope Copart even let me do that. I've got a high vis in the back just in case. Apparently I got told I might need a high vis. But yeah, let's see what donor car I bought and let's see if it makes it home. The closer I get, the more nervous I'm getting, the more I just wish I put it on a f***ing trailer. What if it's not got reg? What if the brakes are f***ed? What if the tyres are f***ed? What if it's got no coolant? Like, what if the gearbox is f***ed? Well, worst comes to worst, I can just push it out here, right? So here is Copart. Like, I've never picked up anything from Copart as well. I had to basically, even just to like, come here, I had to just fake a reg of a car and just put the car was on foot. This is so dodgy. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm guessing that the car's gonna get put there and then it's our responsibility after this. So what I've got to go on the Copart app now. Okay, here we go. And then Mark has arrived. See, look, my car is registration on foot. This is so dodgy. See, has keys, has a V5, runs and drives. Okay, I think I'm gonna go and stand over there. I'm gonna take the GoPro and see if I can film anything, but I do need my high vis. I'm nervous as shit right now and I don't know why. Okay, so I'm sat here. I'm just in a bay. And apparently they're gonna bring it out to me in a minute. I'm pretty sure they bring it out on a like a forklift and just plant it in front of me. But here we are at Copart, everyone. And yeah, let's see. There's still a potential that something could be really wrong with it, so I'm gonna have to do a quick MOT check at the side of the road here, but I'm just waiting for it to be dragged out. So it's a lot more chilled out than I thought it would be. I thought it'd be here and there'd be like massive lines, like, you know, I thought they'd be like, you know, like organised to the minute, but really it's pretty chilled out, to be fair. People just, I've been sat for like 10-15 minutes ish now, and like I've not seen one car come out, and there's only 2 of us here. So I was really worried about, you know, like them being asked about me, like, you know, walking the car out, whatever, but it seems that people do this quite often, because he didn't ask me like where my truck was or anything. He just was like, Lee Lockwood. I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, all right, just wait there, they'll bring it out to you. I'm like, oh, all right. And we've got our own little bay here to have a look, have a nice little check over, and bring in whatever tools we need. I don't feel like they're going to be kicking me out if I'm not gone within like 2 minutes or so. So yeah, I'm just waiting here for the car, really. You guys still don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm going to show it coming out. Okay, it's here, it's right in front of me. The tyres look okay. I think there's definitely some cling film around the whole roof or something. Hopefully I can drive this thing home. I'll show you in a sec. So the roof is definitely not working, but the key is here. It did say runs and drive. Got some tools in there. Let's see if it starts. Oh, it runs. We've barely got any fuel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just have a quick look over the car. I've got some tools out there if we need to, but at least it runs. We've got some sort of warning, but let's just have a look round and have a look at the car before we drive it, okay? So we've got some goods and bads. The bads are it's quite low on oil, so I'm gonna have to drive it quickly to a garage and get some oil. I didn't bring some oil, I should have thought about that. And also I assume the roof doesn't work. I want to make it as look as as roadworthy as possible. Now, I don't know how to get the roof down these, but I'm going to drive it out here, get it in the sunlight, and next to my tools, and I can get out of this fucking place. Let's drive it out. Now let's just hope. Well, it did start. Let's hope that it actually goes into drive. We have drive. Okay, it's driving. I don't know why, something's beeping. I don't know what is beeping, but something's beeping. Cheers, mate. Let's just park on the side of the road. Hey! Okay, so although it is roadworthy, I've just took the paint off the windscreen, and I actually don't know how to get the roof up or down, but I'm just gonna send it. We need some fuel and we need some oil. So there's literally a petrol station around the corner. We're gonna go there, get some fuel and get some oil. Let's put it in drive. Then I'll explain why I've got this car when we get back. Okay, it's beeping at me and this thing's flashing. I'm guessing that's the roof. So it's beeping at me for the roof. Whoa, slow down, Tiger. So I'm gonna get home safely, put some fuel and oil in, and I'm going to explain why we bought this and what engine this is when we get home. So stay tuned for that. A lot of you may already know, but a lot of you think, what the hell, an old Mercedes? This is a special engine, and I'll tell you why I chose this one. Okay, so it's a wrist spine off copart. Sometimes you win some. I think today, I think I overpaid for this car. So, yeah, there's quite a lot of bad points. So anyway, I got it. Let me just tell you why I've got this car. Okay, so why an old Mercedes like this? Okay, this is, for you who's watching, this is a 230 compressor. So that is a 2.3 litre supercharged Mercedes engines, and these are super reliable and pretty much bulletproof engines. Now the reason I got this is because obviously it's 2.3 supercharged. They're 200 horsepower as they are. You can get these like 240 brake, 250 brake just with a pulley. So even more so, this is basically a newer engine to mine. So it's got the same bell housing and it's a relatively easy engine to swap. Let me show you. So here is the M111 engine. It's a 2.3 supercharged inline 4 engine, and it's the newer engine to what I've got in the 190 at the minute. Now what I've read is that these engines go in to the 190 relatively simple. You need a few bits and bobs. I think you need different engine mounts and a little bit of a converter for the gearbox, but the main thing is this has the same bell housing as the 190 engine in the car, meaning that my manual gearbox will link up to this engine. This is the 2.3 supercharged. You can see the supercharger down here, and apparently it's quite an easy swap to do. Lots of people with 190s have done this. I was asking in the page what engine to go with. I was going to go with the 2.6 Cosworth engine. I seriously was going to go with it and make mine like a Cosworth rep, but they're slow engines and they're heavy engines. People were saying that this is by far the best way to go in the 190s. You can't put V8s in them and they're heavy, sluggish. People saying there are so many people that have done this swap. There is a page on Facebook dedicated to this swap, so we have lots of information at our hand if we need. But this is going to be our first ever engine swap. We're going to put this supercharged 2.3 into the 190e. So these engines are going for around £400. £400 for some of these engines, maybe even more for low miles ones, maybe £500–600 for low miles ones. This is the lowest mileage one I've seen. This has got 70,000 miles on it, and I would have paid around £600–700 for the engine on its own. Now I'm doing an engine swap. I know it's so much easier just to have the whole car there, and you can take bits and bobs off it at will. So I bought this car. I actually got it for £600 on Copart, but with fees it came under £930. Copart are just getting greedier and greedier and greedier by the day, and the state of this car is horrendous. I'm not gonna lie, it's really bad. Something's up with the roof. It's clearly not going up, so they've just wrapped it all the way around to stop water getting in. You can manually put it up and down, but still annoying. That's a lot of money to fix. And just like the paint is really bad all over. And well, to be fair, for what I need, it's perfect. It's a low mileage engine, and I have everything, and it's running, so I had everything there. The one thing is I noticed on the way home, the supercharger is definitely not working. It's so fucking slow. The supercharger, I can't hear it and I can't feel it. So the supercharger is definitely not working. But so this engine, it looks terrible in a minute, but I'm going to put on screen what these look like when they've got, you know, proper pipes and aftermarket filters and stuff. And the noise that they make is going to be unbelievable once I've got a smaller pulley on it. I've done V8s, I've done turbo stuff, I've never done supercharger, and just seeing the 190 driving down the road, whining its tits off, wow, 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 like Owen Wilson, wow. It's going to be great. We're going to be driving this up to Rusty in the next couple of weeks. We're going to be getting the 190 up to Rusty, and we're going to start the engine swap. I don't know how it's going to be, but I can't wait to drop this engine and actually drive it with the supercharger working, because right now it's got no power. So I've been buzzing to tell everyone this, and I'm buzzing to start this. I know it looks like nothing now, but that is a cool engine, and for what we want it for and for what the 190 is as a chassis, it's going to be perfect. So I can't wait to start this project, taking the engine out of this. But for now, I sort of just got to get it up to Rusty.